It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Oh yeah. Hello, hello. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's be clear. Let's be clear of the goings on out here. My bad with the temporary technical difficulties. My bad with the difficulties with the technicalities on here. I don't know what was going on. It was going out of order, going out of service, coming back in service, going out of service, coming back in service. Peace, Moon Eyes, Shakti. Hello. Got to get to the bottom of it. I see people are sort of stumbling around, not really knowing what's going on. I see people like gassing people up, right? See people out here being gassed up about little procedures and bond hearings and people showing up. I see people getting all excited, y'all. They want their leader free. Give us free. Nature boy. Give us nature boy free. Well, let's get back to legal reality, y'all. Let's get back to the legal realities of the situations. This is your boy Marwan, Mind Over Matter TV, giving you a legal update for Nature Boy, who is currently charged with rape in Georgia. Currently charged with a couple counts of revenge porn in Georgia. Charged with false imprisonment in Georgia. Specifically, DeKalb County, Georgia, right? Chief Amy Lee, DeKalb County, Georgia, y'all. Charged with rape in DeKalb County, Georgia. Now, listen, you know what I'm saying, Crystal? Not only has he been charged with rape officially, this cult leader, he's also been in jail since like April 14th. Somewhere around Easter time, right? On the third day he went to jail. And he ain't never rise since then. Thank you for checking that like button. On the third day he went to jail and descended with his Babylon father. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. So he's been there since, let's just say, April 14th, right? Okay? We've seen him make a couple of attempts at getting bond, right? All of that was part of the legal process. You get charged with rape, you're going to be rejected by the magistrate judge at the lowest level. At your arraignment, whatever the first judge you see, you're going to get your bond rejected, especially for rape, right, Tanae? You know that already. And you know by law, within a certain little bit of time, he can have that case heard again at the Superior Court, which is just being heard for the first time. Because that's the only court that could really give him a bond. Because it was too serious of an offense for that low court, right? Follow with me, follow with me. So he goes to the Superior Court. And as we saw a very sharp district attorney, a very sharp lady lawyer, prosecutor, some may call persecutor. She tore up Nature Boy, basically explaining why nothing like him should be given bond at the moment. And the judge was like, right, true. You're an escape, you're a flight risk, you crazy, you criminal, and you got this past history of not showing up in court. And on top of that, you may have raped somebody. Nah, you're going to chill. Now, this is what you got to understand, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the thing. Nature Boy is, like you said, he's literally in the slave category, like for real, because he still is not within the protection of the Sixth Amendment. Are y'all aware of what the Sixth Amendment is? Somebody break it down. Somebody break it down right here. What are you given? What are you guaranteed through the Sixth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution? Does anybody know? Are you Googleizing it right now? Does anyone know what are you guaranteed by the Sixth Amendment? Once you find out what that is, just know Nature Boy is not even protected by that right now. You got to understand, right? The criminal process, the criminal procedure that's going on. Nature Boy is not even protected by the Sixth Amendment right now, which is what? Yes, you're guaranteed a speedy trial. Guarantee of a speedy trial. But what's important to know about that, ladies and gentlemen, you're not really guaranteed any speedy trial until you're indicted, basically. Until you're indicted, basically. So you're looking at a situation with this Nature Boy character who is in jail. He's been rejected bail. That means he's still in jail. He hasn't seen no judge yet as far as hearing all of his charges from a grand jury. Nature Boy has not had any sort of indictment handed down like the way Young Thug has been indicted already. Young Thug has been indicted already, and Nature Boy has not. Young Thug, as we all know, though, his whole operation, they all have been investigated since 2012. Not so with Nature Boy. But the reality is, y'all, there is a 90-day situation that goes down from the point of arrest that you should at least be heard about a bond in court. 90 days, y'all. From the day of arrest and confinement, it's 90 days you'll get until you hear this bond hearing. And you also should be hearing something about an indictment somewhere in there. But the 90 days is not over, ladies and gentlemen. You think they're going to speed a trial? You think they're going to care about Nature Boy more than anybody else in jail down there in DeKalb County who hasn't had an indictment hearing yet? Come on now. He's slime. No, not slime like that, but he's a piece of crap. So they're going to wait for that 90 days. You better believe they're going to wait for that 90 days. And the judge is not going to hear no Nature Boy until that 90 days is over. And you know what? I don't know if you know what else on top of that, ladies and gentlemen. Guess what? If there is no indictment within those 90 days, guess what? And here we're talking about 90 days from April 14th. He can sit there. That means July something, middle of July is the 90 day. And guess what? Once that 90 day happened, guess what the state can do? In the criminal law of Georgia, guess what the state can do against this alleged sex predator, raping, false imprisoner? Guess what the state can do, y'all? The state can go ahead, as you can imagine, that same attorney rolling up to the judge right around that 90-day period where Nature Boy is expecting to get a bond hearing. Nature Boy is expecting to get a bond hearing, right? Because he's Nature Boy. He should be out already if he's innocent. He's going to expect to get that right after 90 days, but the state can extend it 90 more days. The state can make an application and a pleading to the court and say, look, Your Honor, for X, Y reasons, and because he is who he is, and he does what he does, and he is what he is, we would need more time. And by law in Georgia, they can give the state 90 more days where he's not even going to be indicted until those extended 90 days are over. So you want to take July 14th, that's his first 90 days, and then he's going to get all excited. True is going to make a video. 90 days is almost over. You might have some YouTubers talking about, here we go. We at that 90 day, y'all. Exclusive video here. But what could end up happening also is that the state could still make an argument before the court that they need another 90 more days. And then he may be in jail another 90 more days, even without an indictment. So that's from July 14th. So that's August 14th, September 14th, and October 14th, 2022. That's by regular basic law. We're not even talking about any sort of other issue that might happen because this is the final word. Even if he gets that bond hearing that ends up being extended because the prosecutor says he ain't to be trusted, if they go that far, you know what else they can do, Tamarine B? You know what else they can do by law? The judge, within his discretion, his or her discretion as the judge down there, they can set a bail that Nature Boy won't be able to pay. You see how that goes? They can work it out. They can do the math. They can check Nature Boy's finances. They can look to see what's going on. They're not going to give him no layaway plan. But the judge can go ahead and say, you know what? This is the bail you're going to get. How about that? Since by law you are owed a bail, it's your right to get a bail. This is the issue. You have to be given a bail hearing, right? All right. Well, it's up to that judge to say how much your bail is going to be. And you and I both know you have cases before a judge for whatever felony you got out there that's dangerous. The judge is looking at the defendant's pockets all day. The judge is checking him out. I've seen one case of a dude who was unemployed, okay? I'm talking about in Georgia, criminal law. A dude who was unemployed, all right? Let's just say he's responsible for bringing in a whole bunch of drugs or whatever. He had a bond hearing or whatever. He's unemployed. The motherfucker's not even a U.S. citizen at all, okay? But that judge gave him a bail of like $700,000. And the judge said because this dude is such a risk of running away, like I just told you, he has no papers to be here. This guy got a wild bail, but then it's not really a wild bail because that's what the judge said the bail should be. So you got plenty of people in jail that are in jail because they could not afford the bail. And in some cases, like the rent in New York, some people might feel like the bail is too high, like the rent is too damn high. They're worried and they're talking about the bail. So this is part of the issue. A lot of people are going to be looking at the 90 days for Nature Boy. They're going to be waiting with bated breath for him to get his bond hearing. But it's important to know the criminal procedures in Georgia, and maybe specifically with that jail that may have its own situations going on. So many people already there who haven't been indicted. You know, people just haven't been indicted. In large part because they don't have a lawyer, though. But you'll see. We'll see. You'll continue to see how it goes down. But the thing to remember is the prosecutor can extend the 90 days, right? Because the 90 days start from when he was arrested. Boom. This means any other attempt for a bond hearing, which I guess you can expect from any lawyer doing the job for his client, but any attempt at a bond hearing is not going to be honored, really, because they don't have to. You got 90 days and you got the crime, so you're going to stay there for 90 days. And what we're saying here again tonight is that the prosecution or the state, because of the seriousness of the crime and you want to XYZ and more investigations, more search warrants, more things are coming up, the state can say, we want to extend this 90-day period another whole 90 days, ladies and gentlemen. That extends it even further to October 2022 as they continue to do their investigatory work, looking at his money, figuring out how much money he don't have. And then if a bond hearing does end up going down in October, assuming the state does not extend it, or assuming the state extends it, he'll be there for again through October. And even then, they could set a bail that they know is a little bit too high for the dude. And he's not going to have any real room to argue, A, reduce my bail, niggas. No, because it's sort of a luxury and a courtesy. Anyway, the idea is that you are allowed bail by law, right? Within 90 days. And the little fine print that's not really open and available for everybody is that the prosecution in the state can come up with arguments that would extend that 90 days another 90, making it 180 days before this dude is even indicted, XYZ. And then we start talking about the Sixth Amendment. I need a right to a speedy trial. Some places, right? Because that may be a state right and a federal right to a speedy trial. Some people are saying in Georgia it could be like XY number of years before you're indicted on misdemeanor. And then they're saying it could be X number of years before you're indicted for serious felonies. So be easy, y'all. Be aware. And if you really want to stay on top, just contact the prosecutor's office. Just contact the prosecutor's office down there if you want to really get an understanding of when XYZ is going to happen and XYZ. And if there's a hearing that has to go down, just give them a call directly. You might be able to find out Wagwan. But the legal reality is, don't get nobody excited out here. And especially people who think he's going to get out in 90 days. Mind over matter is here to tell you that if this prosecutor and if this state is as serious as they sound, they're going to do everything they can to extend that 90 days to another 90 days after that. With the understanding that all this time that Nature Boy remains in jail, it's going to be tacked on or added on to any sentencing that he might go through by serving time or through a plea deal if it doesn't go to trial, right? Which would make him sort of a holy coward. If he takes a plea, it would make him a holy coward if he takes a plea and chooses not to face his accusers face to face and to demand that they prove he's XYZ that the charges claim he is. So we'll see how it goes, y'all. Just be easy. Don't jump the gun when it comes to this situation, okay? Because that dude's gonna be there for a little bit. That dude's gonna be there for a little second. All right. By law, the state is gonna do whatever it can to continue working in the background. The warrants, collecting cell phones, and coming up with charges since dude still has not been indicted yet. Although he's had some people enter into his jail since he's been there. There have been some interesting characters that have been arrested in DeKalb County, like people trying to smuggle drugs in the jail were just sent to Nature Boy's prison just a couple of weeks ago. People trying to smuggle drugs into the DeKalb County jail, where there's probably a lot of drugs already. And pretty sure Nature Boy's found that out. All right, Nzinga? So that's the key. Important to know. All right, don't jump the gun out here. Don't get too excited. It's still some ways to go with this criminal process for this dude, Nature Boy, and trust the process, right? Because you better trust and believe. It won't be favorable to an alleged rapist, I'll tell you that much. The process won't be favorable to an alleged racist. Trust that and believe that, y'all. And this is your boy Marwan. About to go get some random stuff. I need some paper towels or something, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm going to get up. I'm going to talk to y'all pretty soon. What my man say? Can't play God and think he ain't going to play back. That's right. The big playback. The big playback. And as we see, the devil has his own advocates in court and outside of court. A lot of these advocates are just doing their job, but, I think pretty much the state is in control now. And like I said, this 90 days people want to talk about, it's just going to be pushed back. 90 days. Yeah, well, the state still has an opportunity and an argument that they might make in Georgia based on Georgia criminal procedure. They're going to make an argument to extend that thing another 90 days. October, y'all. We're talking October. Talk to y'all soon, all right? This is your boy Marwan. Here, and Mind Over Matter TV. One love, y'all.